Hey there folks, this is Hyugren, your nomadic gamer, and it's time to dive deeper into the story of Technomancer.
I've got something to ask you.
What can I do for you?
You want me to help you take off that band-aid?
Well, I don't know if you know, but my dad died when I was young.
You're right, I didn't know.
Actually, he disappeared. He never came back from one of his explorations 15 years ago.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
How would I?
Yeah, I don't want your pity, okay? It's not about that. What I mean is, I've never managed to find out what kind of mission he was on and where he had gone. I know he was close to Scott. He was probably even his best friend. That old crazy man doesn't want to tell me anything. He says he wants to protect me. Look, I'll just cut to the point.
Please.
I was wondering if you'd maybe look in his dispensary for me. See if you could find any of my father's notes or letters or...
I don't know, Amelia. Scott's like a father to me. And besides, you know he's almost always there. How would I even do it?
I'm not asking you to break in or steal nothing. Just keep him busy. And while you are there, you know, just flip through files. I'm sure he kept letters between him and my dad. He's not one to throw anything away.
All right. I'll try to make him leave, but if I don't find anything...
Yeah, I won't blame you. But I know that you're going to find something.
No promises. Okay, so let's head to the dispensary here.
Hello, Scott. My captain told me that she wanted to see you.
Is it related to you? Are you sick?
No. Not that I know of. She didn't tell me why.
Oh, well, should I take my pouch then? It's an important question. I should still take it though, but it's a little heavy. All right, I'm leaving with you.
Okay, buddy. Alright.
I think I have a problem with going through your friend's things. I hope whatever you're looking for, it's worth it.
I'm trying to find information about the past. It's personal, okay?
Forget it. We couldn't understand. The officers, they aren't like us. They're above all that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now where do I go to set up my team again? How do I get rid of you guys? I really do. I want to get rid of you guys. Because I want to, run around on my own on occasion. I gotta be free. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Alright. So let's see if I can... what we found out from the buddy here.
Hello, Mancer.
Hello?
Alright, here we
Found some
go.
of your father's letters.
I knew it. Tell me.
Most of the correspondence was friendly. They were very close. However, there was some tension between them over time. Some letters gloss over an expedition that they had done together, but what surprised me the most is when your father talks about a boy who was actually Scott's son. The last letter I found is a bit bizarre. I didn't really understand what he meant.
What did he mean? Do you remember?
Your dad begged Scott to stop the madness, warning that his wife's divorce was only the beginning of what he would lose if he couldn't face the truth. That it was too late for his son. He seemed to think Scott was on the verge of self-destruction.
It's true that it's rather mysterious. Scott, a son. Did you know?
Did I?
No, he never told me about him. He obviously lost him. No doubt it's still a touchy subject.
We have to find out what this is all about. We have to ask his wife.
What?
Did my father really mean to interfere in his family drama? Maybe that's why he disappeared? Please, Zechariah.
What? Whoa, hold on. Hold the phone. What are we doing here? I'm gonna take all this. Why are we delving into this man's personal life? There's no reason for this. We don't need to be doing this. Why? What's to gain? Alright then. Let's see. We'll go this way.
slightest move, you're...
Hello.
I'm
How are
sorry.
you?
You Angela Seeker, Scott's wife?
Ex-wife. What did the drunk do this time?
Drunk.
Nothing bad. He's a friend.
A friend? Ah, right.
He's looking for some information on one of his friends, Mark, and your son.
Get out! Get out! What right do you have coming around digging up the past?
No right, ma'am. No right. I'm very sorry. Offer serum. Okay. Science is the one to understand her problem, not charisma? Why wouldn't charisma be try to understand the problem? You know what? Doesn't matter.
Listen, I think Mark's disappearance was tied to Scott's research and your son. And I know you were a researcher too, so I'm hoping you'll be able to help me understand the research better. Maybe even find your old friend.
The drive to dissect even the smallest details, to try to understand how and why. That thirst once drove me too, but I let it go. There was no well deep enough to satisfy that thirst. I was never as involved as Scott. In truth, I began to give up my work once we had our son. The focus of my research had been the study of animal mutations with the goal of vaccine production. And always wondered if... Because of that, I had been the conduit that carried the infection to my son.
So your son was a mutant?
Scott was more interested in genetics and its medical applications. The second our son showed signs, though, I completely stopped my research. If I hadn't told Scott, he would never even have noticed. And his answer was to swear he could find a cure. He really believed that with his work in genetics and mine in vaccination, that we could save our son. But I was too devastated to help him. All I wanted to do was spend every second with our son before he was taken away from us. Which, of course, happened. And Scott and Mark took off on a wild goose chase that he was sure would end in a cure. I didn't get it. There wasn't anything he needed that he didn't have access to in his lab.
Really?
While he was off, I was alone, and waited, and waited, and eventually got tired of it. So I asked for a divorce, and then they finally came back, with nothing to show for it.
Oof.
But soon Mark took off again to find what I guess were raw materials for research that Scott swore he couldn't find here. And that was the last I saw of him. That's all I know. I never found out what their research was on, honestly. I just want to forget it all. Please, ma'am. Can you leave me be?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Alright, Amelia. I got some news for you. Dagnabbit camera.
Hello, Manser.
Yo.
I talked to Scott's ex-wife.
So, what did she say?
It's an awful story. Her son. Anyway, their son was struck by mutation. They took him away from them, of course, but it made Scott go crazy, and he was convinced that he could find a remedy. He asked for your father's help, so they left together, and were gone for a long time. Their exploration apparently didn't lead to anything concrete for the boy, and Scott descended into madness. And then one day, Mark left. His ex thinks that it was to bring back something useful for his research, and he never came back.
Shit. So my father's disappearance is related to that poor kid? It's really awful what they must have gone through. That explains a lot about why he's so crazy, and also why he behaves as if we were his kids. Thank you, Zach. That doesn't answer all my questions, far from it, but I have a better grasp of what happened. My father disappeared by helping his best friend, who was going through a rough patch and wanted to heal his child. It's a sad but beautiful story, isn't it? I'm gonna think about all this. Thank you again.
Alright then. Compliment her. On what? The rope? You know what? Why not?
You're not like other girls, are you?
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Or being a wise ass?
Her career, her temper, the way she speaks. Great. I'm stuck. I can't get out of this. I gotta make a choice. It's her career.
You took on a tough job. driving places you don't know, taking soldiers on missions, scouting the front lines.
It's easy to do anything when you love what you do. I love not being stuck under a roof. Getting out there, you know? You call it tough, I call it lucky.
Exactly why I said you're different. Average person, girl or guy, lives on the safe side. They may not love the city, but they know it. So, they stay there.
Life's what you make of it, and I want to make it an adventure. So if you're looking for some dangerous escapades, I know a girl.
Think I may just take her up on that.
I want to thank you folks for coming by to watch my video. Go ahead and like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you want to. Don't worry about hitting that notification bell. I'm making content every Tuesday and Thursday. So until next time, peace.